Princess Mandakini was the only child of her father. Her beauty was so extraordinary that its fame spread across other kingdoms. Along with her beauty, she possessed virtues, talents, and admirable qualities. However, her father's love and admiration made her arrogant. Her pride grew so much that she considered no one worthy enough to stand beside her. Many princes wished to marry her, but she rejected them all. As time passed, the princess grew older, and the king feared public criticism. People had started whispering about her arrogance, but she remained oblivious, refusing to consider any suitor. Finally, the king devised a plan with his neighboring ally, King Rang Mohan. He announced that on Princess Mandakini's upcoming birthday, the first man to enter the city gates in the morning would become her husband, regardless of his status. The day arrived, and at dawn, the royal guards seized the first man to enter the city. He was a young beggar, dressed in ragged clothes. However, he was handsome, with an unusual glow on his face. The king summoned the royal priest, and without any grandeur, married his daughter to the beggar. The princess screamed and cried, her beautiful eyes turning red with tears, but her father ignored her pleas. He handed the beggar 5 gold coins and commanded, "Take your wife and leave my kingdom at once. If either of you ever returns, you will face the death penalty." The beggar took Mandakini and left. The princess, sobbing uncontrollably, had no choice but to follow him. However, the beggar remained cheerful, singing songs as they walked. Mandakini had to leave her father's kingdom on foot. Along the way, the beggar spoke to her kindly, trying to comfort her. After a long journey, they reached a small hut near a river in the jungle. The beggar said, "This is now your home. You must gather leaves and firewood from the forest. Cook whatever roots and fruits that we find, seed and sell wood in the nearby village. I will help as much as I can." Mandakini found this life miserable, but she endured it. Her only comfort was that the beggar treated her with love. Days passed, and one day the beggar left the hut and took Mandakini to a village. They moved into a broken-down house. The beggar somehow arranged some money and bought clay pots. He told his wife, "Take these to the market and sell them." For someone who was once a princess, carrying pots on her head to the market was humiliating, but she had no choice. The beggar warned her that if she disobeyed, he would leave her. With no option, Mandakini went to the market. However, she neither knew how to sell nor how to be polite to customers. She simply stood beside the pots, too proud to sit on the ground. As she stood there, a horseman arrived and asked for the price of the pots. Mandakini rudely told him. The horseman turned to leave, but as he did, his horse was startled and kicked over all the pots, shattering them. The horseman left without looking back. Mandakini was devastated. She returned home in tears, fearing how the beggar would react. When he arrived, he saw her swollen eyes from crying, but said nothing. The next day he told her, "Mandakini, you are incapable of selling pots. All of them are broken. Now how will we survive? There is only one solution. Let's go to the city. I have heard that King Rang Mohan is very kind. I will try to get you a job in his royal kitchen. If you find work, I can focus on securing a better job myself. Once I save enough money, I will start a business and bring you back." Hearing King Rang Mohan's name, Mandakini sighed deeply. Once this king had proposed marriage to her. If she had accepted, she would be his queen today. But her arrogance had led her here. Now she had no choice but to become a servant in his palace. She went to the city and secured a job in the royal kitchen. The beggar left her and disappeared. Over time, Mandakini's arrogance vanished. She became humble, hardworking, and diligent. The head of the kitchen, Ramba Kumari, was highly pleased with her work. Then came Basant Panchami, King Rang Mohan's birthday. On this day, the king personally rewarded all his servants. Mandakini, along with other maids, was called to the royal court. When all the other servants had received their rewards, Mandakini's name was announced. She stood before the throne with folded hands and a bowed head. The king said, "Mandakini, I am pleased with you. I once wished to make you my queen." Shocked, Mandakini replied, "Maharaj, please do not say such unrighteous words. I am a married woman." "So what if my husband is a beggar? He is everything to me. I cannot even think of another man. If you truly wish to show me kindness, please find my husband and bring him to me. I am happy serving in the kitchen." King Rang Mohan left the court, and a little while later, the beggar emerged from the royal palace. As soon as Mandakini saw him, she ran and fell at his feet. The beggar smiled and said, "Mandakini, look at me carefully. Don't you find any resemblance between me and Rang Mohan?" The truth was revealed. The beggar who had taken her in was none other than King Rang Mohan himself, and Mandakini was his queen. The king said, "Mandakini, forgive me. I could find no other cure for your arrogance. That is why, along with your father, I had to take this path." The moral of the story is that there is no place for pride and arrogance in life. Difficult circumstances humble us and teach us wisdom. True understanding of life comes only through hardships. Real happiness and fulfillment are possible only through true love and devotion. No matter how hard the circumstances, patience, endurance, and wisdom guide life in the right direction.